You are listening to Resilient Life, the podcast where we explore the power of resiliency. I'm Nikita Ross. It is my hope that listening to this podcast will give you the tools to connect with and increase your resiliency. So join me on this adventure of self-discovery and self-love. Welcome. I'm Nikita Ross, and I'm here to guide you toward living your best life. Today, we're exploring another tool in our resilience building arsenal. Today's episode is all about the secrets to being lovable. What makes you lovable? Have you wondered what you can improve or change or add to make yourself more lovable or more deserving of love? Love is a word that carries immense weight. It has the power to heal, to connect, and to inspire. But beyond its poetic allure, love is a fundamental human need. It's something we all crave, but are you lovable? As you know, humans are inherently social beings. Our brains are wired to seek connection and love. Studies have shown that people who feel loved and connected have lower levels of stress, stronger immune systems, and even longer lifespans. Okay, let's start with the basics. What is love? This question has puzzled humans since the beginning. If you haven't guessed by now, I'm talking about capital Love, not romantic love, but the powerful force that connects us all, the spirit that is at the core of who we are. Love that is okay. I admit, love is not something that can be simply defined. At its essence, love is indescribable. But for the sake of this discussion, I will do my best to put words to something that is not fully encompassed by words. Love in its purest form is an acknowledgement of another person's intrinsic value. It's the recognition that every individual is worthy of respect, kindness, and care simply because they exist. This universality of love is what makes it so essential. Love isn't contingent on a person's achievements, their social status, or their behavior. It's a fundamental right rooted in our shared humanity. So, at the risk of ruining the punchline, you are lovable just because you exist. And I'm going to say it again for the people in the back. You are lovable just because you exist. And there is nothing to do to make yourself more lovable. You already are. Do you agree that pure and true love is unconditional and we should be loved for who we are, not who we could or should be, what we do or what we can offer to others? This goes for our interactions with family members, friends, co-workers, strangers who cross our paths, and yes, romantic partners. We need to create a society where everyone feels accepted and loved for their true selves. If you believe and agree with what I just said, then we also need to address prejudice and discrimination. Too often people are denied love because they are different, be it their ethnicity, their gender, how they identify, or whom they choose to love. This not only is unfair, but it goes against the very essence of love, which is grounded in acceptance and in cherishing someone for who they are, which includes their unique viewpoints and perspectives, their quirks, and their idiosyncrasies. Love knows no boundaries and has no limits. It is blind to differences and embraces diversity. No one should ever be denied love. No one should ever be denied love. Okay, let's talk about self-love. How many times have we heard that you can't love someone else if you don't love yourself? While this may hold some truth, it also implies that people who struggle with self-love are undeserving of love from others. This couldn't be further from the truth. In fact, those who struggle with self-love are often the ones who need love the most. They need someone to show them that they are worthy of love and that they are lovable just the way they are. Is this you? You're lovable. Share that with someone else. Learning to love ourselves and then extending that love to others is a journey. And it's not always easy. We all have our insecurities and flaws, and we sometimes project our insecurities about ourselves onto others. but that doesn't mean we are not deserving of love. We need to learn to be compassionate and kind to ourselves and to forgive ourselves for our mistakes and our shortcomings. This helps us to be compassionate and kind to others and to forgive them for their mistakes and for their shortcomings. By doing so, we open ourselves up to receiving and giving love to ourselves first and then to others. That order is important. Okay, let's discuss the importance of actively giving and receiving love. Love is not just a feeling, it is mostly an action. We need to be intentional in showing love to our fellow humans, whether it be through small acts of kindness or grand gestures, a smile, a warm greeting, letting someone in front of you in line, listening without interrupting. We also need to be open to receiving love from others. We are often afraid to let our guard down and allow ourselves to be vulnerable, but that's where the magic of love happens. Loving others is more than an act of kindness. It's a way to make the world a better place. Every person deserves to be treated with respect and care, regardless of their actions or circumstances. By loving others, we affirm their humanity and our own. I remember a few years back, I took my daughter and my nephew to one of those theme parks with the characters and the castles. You know which one. We were tired of the long lines for the rides, and so we decided to take a break and get some lunch. As we were waiting for our food, a person was cleaning up around us, and I spoke to them and started asking them about their day. And I didn't think anything of it because I usually try to connect with people. I've never been someone who treats a person with a title that society deems respectable differently than anyone else. I don't believe that one person deserves more respect or admiration because they have more money, more education, a title, a bigger house, or because they're famous. Everyone deserves to be treated the same. So my nephew, a teenager, says, I see you treating the cleaning crew just as you would treat the CEO. Now, I don't know if that person was annoyed by me striking up a random conversation with them and all they wanted to do was their job and be left alone, or if they were happy that someone acknowledged them because they were usually ignored. What I do know is I unintentionally taught my nephew a lesson about love. This perspective challenges us to extend our love beyond our immediate circles. It calls us to love those who are different from us, those who have hurt us, and even those who may seem unlovable. This also includes our unhoused brothers and sisters. Even if you don't have anything to give them or share with them, give them a smile, eye contact, or just acknowledging their humanity is a great start. We're all unique individuals, and our worth is not defined by external factors. We should not have to change ourselves to be loved by others or to fit into society's narrow view of love. Resilientites, it's your turn to take action. I offer a friendly challenge. Let's spread love in all its forms and make this world a more lovable and compassionate place for everyone. As you go about your day, be aware of times you can be loving towards your fellow humans. Yes, even the ones who annoy you. You never know how impactful something as small as a kind smile can be. So resilientites, let's recap. I firmly believe that every single human being, regardless of their past or present circumstances, deserves love. Love isn't a privilege, it's a right. It's what makes us human, what connects us all. So let's strive to love more openly, more generously, and more unconditionally. Resilientites, that's it for today's episode. I hope you found inspiration and actionable insight to help you navigate your path to living your best life. If so, like, subscribe, and share with someone who could use a little boost of resilience. And I'll see you in the next episode. This episode gave you some tools to connect with and increase your resiliency. I'm proud of you. Let's keep up the momentum. Follow Resilient Life on your favorite podcast platform and on YouTube at Resilient Life Podcast. Until next time, be kind to yourself and others.